It's patch notes time once again. This time not for Legends of Runeterra. That'll be a week from now. But this time it's for Valorant. And I think most people don't even actually have access to this game still yet. If you want to play, you just go in on any Twitch stream. I highly recommend the streamers with less viewers, such as myself, which increases your chances of getting a drop. Riot Games has been on the ball lately when it comes to patches and when it comes to game direction. We're going to check out the new patch notes that are, I think, live as of today. Patch notes in a closed beta. Who would have thought? Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, man. Short and sweet patch addresses the giant rays in the room, cameras that somehow learn how to shoot, and some map updates. Raze is lethal, and we predict savvy players will perform better against her over time. Still, we made some light changes that should bring Raze's offensive pressure closer to the other agents. So, there's been a lot of debate in the community right now already, and that's whether or not Raze is actually quote-unquote overpowered. Right now, people do not understand where to move in the game. People don't understand good map positioning. People don't understand, in high-level rotations. People don't understand where is even possible for Raze to put grenades and when would be convenient for her to do those grenades. Synergies. Any half-decent Raze player picks this character up and starts dropping 3Ks just with her abilities. Like, that you don't even see an enemy and you've already killed half the team. This is like in Smash Brothers when heavy characters are super strong when the game first comes out because nobody knows like what to do and how to move. This is that exact same thing. It really is interesting to see how she's going to perform at a high level in the long run. But if it turns out that she's too weak in the long run, I mean, just, revert her back to what she was. I think this is a good change for now. This is so you can knife the wall better. There weren't enough options during low eco rounds, such as the first round and right after switching sides, to combat Sage's barrier orb. Our intent is to add a high-risk, high-reward method for players to interact with her wall while still being able to take it down no matter their loadout. This is a good change. I'm a Sage main, and I have gotten so many double kills where I'll put up a wall. For like 2 rounds, I'll put up a wall and like off the flank, and I'll hear them knifing through it to get to us to flank. The thing that happens is I'll know that they're gonna do that after 2 rounds, and so when I put the wall down, I'll sit on top of it, and then when they start knifing the wall, it takes them forever, and I get all of the time in the world to peek around this corner on top of the wall and headshot down on top of them. You just sweep them. It's just so it'll be nice if it just goes down really quickly now. It forces the team to rotate, which is just a little bit too strong, I think. So here's how they're gonna nerf Raze. Reduce the paint shells from 2 to 1. They now have a kill reset, requiring players to get 2 kills to refresh cooldown. So all the there's a primary ability for every character in the game that you basically get infinite uses, but they're on cooldown. So Sage has the heal. Every 35 seconds, you can heal. You use it, and then after 35 seconds, it comes up again. You don't have to buy it as an ability. I'm pretty sure Raze's paint shells are her cooldown ability, and what that means is she is now the only character in the game that doesn't have a cooldown unless you get a couple kills. And with her being an only fragging class, I think tuned and adjusted audio for paint shells, blast pack, and showstopper so they'll be easier to hear in hectic scenarios. I know the RPG was really hard to hear. So why'd they do that? Raze's goal is to be a highly threatening duelist that punishes enemies posted in predictable positions, but we felt like the cluster grenades and their number were creating overly oppressive scenarios. Players should be supplied proper gameplay information, and the audio cues on all Raze's abilities didn't match their threat, so we changed the audio of each. For example, when the showstopper is equipped or fired from a distance, players should be able to clearly identify and interpret the threat. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I've been smacked in the face by that rocket too many times. So here's my main. Slow orb now also slows the airspeed of players in the zone. Oh, that's actually a buff. So you used to be able to bunny hop through the ice, and you could go basically full speed if you timed it right through the ice, and it was basically made it so the slow orb was useless against good players. Now you can't do that. But the trade-off for that is you can now go through the slow silently. It used to be such that even if you were just standing on the ice, not even moving, it was making crackling noises. Now you can walk slowly through the ice or stand on it, and it only makes the crackling noises if you run through it. That would take other developers months, if they ever got to it. You know what I'm saying? Before the game even comes out, they're already making those tight little changes that are going to be necessary in the long run. Players were able to circumvent too much of Sage's slow orb by bunny hopping through the zone, like I said. We want the minimum slow amount to be a bit more consistent with all movement in the zone while still allowing for bunny hopping and providing a slight benefit to... Okay, so bunny hopping still matters. So for good players who can time the bunny hop, you're still getting a slight movement increase. Also, we feel adding a stealthy yet slow way to move through the field brings more nuance to playing against the zone and a bit more uncertainty for Stage. I don't know about every single exploit or anything like that. They moved the orb from B mid to B main. Let's this is like by the zip lines. So it was just by where the zip lines spot is into up to tower, heaven, zip lines. And that was where the sewer and link is. That's where the orb was. Now they moved it into B main. So if you're holding B, you now watch that orb. This was a really rough spot. I think specifically the wording they used was alleviate the pressure here in mid. There was a ton of pressure right here. Alleviate some pressure from mid and provide more incentive for players to control B main. And other than that, it's quality of life and bug fixes already. And I think there's a couple shadow bug fixes in here that they didn't even mention. I know the prism skin for the operator, if you had low textures on, the scope didn't block your vision anymore. You could actually see through the scope and see everything. And I think they fixed that already too. Shouts out to Phoenix as well.
Ready.
Alright, I'm ready now. I wasn't in the zone then. I'm in the zone now. B.
Wall way.
B again. Walled it.
Enemy spotted. There they are.
Last player standing.
I think they're still on B.
My ultimate is ready. Message sent.
Spike planted.
Should have dug a deeper grave.
Unavoidable.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Nice.
Oh, that clutch. Woo! Oh. Oh. Would have been perfect had he not ulted, so. Plus I'm solo here, so it was good. Spike down.
Barrier created.
Enemy.
Don't push too hard. Play for time. Spike is down. Got a couple mid. There's no need.
Bomb down.
Yeah, I'm playing for time.
Enemy spotted.
You have ult raised.
30 seconds
Do
left.
Nice.
Last player standing.
One.
One enemy remaining. Ten seconds left. Clutch.
You are in our way.
Woo! Sinrin with the clutch.
Continue on our path.
12 and
Fire in the hole! Wall raised.
nice. What a bait. Spike down.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted. My ult ready.
One enemy remaining. Team Ace.
What the fuck?
Switching sides.
Oh, and he leaves. The rage quit. Oh, yeah. That felt good. Coming behind spawn. Oh, my God.
One enemy remaining.
I'm gonna
Yep. Never happened. I don't know what you mean. What?
Match point.
Usher them towards their eternal rest.
I didn't see it.
Never happened.
For you.
Watch out, he has a ult. Heaven.
Outrun
Nice.
me.
Let's go!
Attackers
GG,
win.
boys. Dude, I'm literally always falling off in the second half.